Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. And a chance to look at the block shot numbers over the last few seasons for Walker Kessler.
And his shot blocking hasn't been nearly as potent as it was a few years ago. It's a shame, really, because his ability to intimidate the other team and be a big presence on the defensive end really gave his team an edge.
And now the Indiana Pacers starters. They've got Tyrese Halliburton, and it's White in at the 3, the small forward. And from Mexico City, and it's B-Train in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now here's Halliburton. Tipped away. Pass to Freeman. Shot clock at 6. There's the 3. Drops in the 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Mexico City's head coach. I asked him if there was a plan in place to slow down Halliburton, and Coach joked, hey, if a plan existed, somebody smarter than me would have come up with it. Tyrese impacts the game in too many ways for us to neutralize. We just need to do what we can to make life difficult for him.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Here's Freeman. He came away with 14 points in his last game. Pass to White. Here's Freeman. And there's a 3-second violation. Here's Smooth. He had 25 points in his last game. Collins passes to Whitehead. And here's Collins. He's guarded by White. Tries again, and it's Collins laying it in.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Newton. Banked it in off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's B-Trade. He didn't look good in their loss to the Pelicans the other night. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Smooth. Covered by Lively. They get it back. And that one's good. B-Trade.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. They trail by 1. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Yeah, those opposing crowds can put you off balance at the stripe, but you got to block out the noise and make those free throws.
First team foul.
Collins passes to Matthews. Here's Whitehead. Fires from deep. Hits the trifecta. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Indiana calls timeout.
It may be a player's league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Here's White. Checking the numbers, he's averaging close to 15 a game. Halliburton left side. Pass to Freeman. Clock at 6. Screen by Lively. Shoots from the elbow. And now with a break, here are the best passing teams in the NBA so far. Indiana, 4th.
This is a squad that understands the importance of being unselfish and moving the ball. You love to watch smart basketball like that.
Here's B-Trade. And you look at his numbers, just over 21 a game. Sends it home from three-point land. Collins has got 5 now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Long range from the inbound. And Tyrese Halliburton with a 3.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Smooth pass to Whitehead. Here's Betray, covered by Lively. Collins outside. Another 3 from Mexico City.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Pass to Smooth. Buries it down low.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Pacers trail by 5. Here's Newton. And here's Halliburton. 3-pointer. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. For Mexico City, they've gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Pass to Smooth. Floats one up, and that one good.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
The Pacers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Time called here. The Pacers decide to talk it over. All right, Grant, as we get geared up for the home stretch, what are you looking for right now?
Well, B.A., health is #1 for me. Teams have their full allotment of players is key. As we head to the playoffs, it's about attrition. Which team can stay healthy?
Now here's Lively. 11 points for him last game against Detroit. Pass to Matthews. Newton pulls it in.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Oh, there's the alley. And a slam dunk by Lively.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. Here's Matthews. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Smooth shot is good.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Pacers trail by 7. Halliburton outside. Pass to Newton. Here's Freeman. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game. Here's Matthews. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Mexico City?
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
Here's Smooth. 6 points for him. There's a screen. The 3. Lively grabs a miss. Pacers trail by 9. Here's White. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. White hits them both.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
George passes to Matthews. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Last time they met was in Indianapolis.
They got crushed the last time they faced this team, and they only have themselves to blame.
Yeah, they were coughing it up all over the place. For whatever reason, they could not find the handle.
3 on the clock. Here's Kessler. Oh, hits the outside fadeaway.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Pass to Matthews. the three ball. Great D that time from Halliburton.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
To the paint. Here's Madsen. And that one is stuffed right through.
I want Halliburton running my offense. Tyrese is a fantastic decision maker.
Pass to Collins. Here's Drew. No points so far. George outside. Here's Matthews. To the middle. Here's Drew. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul. Second
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
Mexico City shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And he sinks the second. Pacers trail by 4. Now here's Halliburton. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. To the inside. Here's Drew. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one. For Indiana, they've gone a fantastic 8 of 11 so far. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, Tyrese Halliburton, an all-star starter last season, is not done yet. He said, quote, "I want to be a champion, a Hall of Famer, and one of the greats. I want the next generation to talk about my ability as a basketball player. That's definitely the goal. I don't ever set limits." Brian?
Allie just scratching the surface. Thank you. Good stuff there. Now here's George. No points yet. Pass to Drew. Here's Matthews. Intercepted. Here's Freeman. Now Halliburton. And here's Kessler.
2 minutes remaining.
And Halliburton with the basket. And the assist by Kessler. Halliburton's got 5 now.
And this is how competitive Halliburton is. Doesn't allow some contact to distract him from scoring.
Pass to Drew. Here's Matthews. Fires the 3. Kessler with a rebound.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Here's Freeman. Halliburton outside. Off target from outside. And we've got 1:18 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Drew. Here's Matthews. George passes to Drew. 6 to shoot. Now George. And here's Collins for 3. No, sir. He's now 3 for 5 in this one. Halliburton surveys the floor. Pass to Freeman. Takes a 3. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Halliburton's got his 5th assist in this one. Mexico City shooting 55%. An ideal start so far. Here's Matthews. George outside. And here's Collins. Let's go with a 3. Fires in the triple. 11 points in the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Freeman. Here's the 3. No good. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Mexico City ahead, up 5. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from Mexico City in this one?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Well, their defense was incredible. wreaking havoc and coming up with steals left and right. Just a tremendous effort.
They've got James, and it's Whitehead in at the 2-guard position.
And despite the defender's length, he goes right up from the mid-range.
Well, and that shows how much confidence he has in his ability and the work that he's put into his game.
And for the Pacers, they've got Derek Lively, and it's Freeman in at the point guard position. Grant, starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Second free throw, no good. Pacers trail by 4. White on the wing, fires for 3. Connects from downtown. White's got 5 points.
And look at the vision from Halliburton. Love seeing ball movement like this.
Pass to Carr. Here's Smooth. And the layup is good off the glass. 9 points in the game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Outside White. From downtown. Mexico City with a rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Carr passes to Smooth. Down low.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Halliburton outside. Pass to Newton. He shoots it. It's rebounded by Carr.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Here's Smooth. 9 points in the game.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. 7-point differential. Pass to White. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And he makes the first.
White taking 2 shots.
White hits them both. Mexico City leading by 5. James outside. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. It's White with a drive to the left wing. Here's Freeman. Give him 8 points now. And he lobs it up top. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Pass to Whitehead. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. And James gets it to go.
Well, look, he's got range. You can't give him any space out there.
Here's Freeman. And the jumper is on the mark. Freeman's got 4 points now in the quarter. Mexico City leading by 4. Now a timeout called by Mexico City. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
James outside. Offline with a 3.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Inside. Here's Newton. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Now just a 2-point Mexico City lead.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Out to the wing. Here's Betray. Covered by Lively. Betray, no good. Indiana's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Halliburton outside. Pass to Freeman. To the left side wing. Here's Newton. No good. That would have tied it. Mexico City has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Betray. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Betray's got 6.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Halliburton, the pass to Lively, and he can't jam it through. Mexico City leading by 4. Here's Smooth. Misses the 3.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
No stopping Halliburton. So physical.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
For Mexico City, they've gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. That's tipped. White with a steal. Launches it from deep. Betray clears it away. White's got just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Here's Whitehead. He's got 5. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pacers. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at the Pacers. They're way down there in the conference, but still optimistic they can turn it around. Collins, he's checked in for Whitehead. Halliburton with the ball. He has 7 to the inside. Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Now a timeout called by Mexico City. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
Matthews, he's checked in for Mexico City. Pass to James. For 3, Collins. It's rebounded by Indiana. Newton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Freeman. Lively with a screen on Collins. Driving in. Lively with it.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Indiana shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. That free throw no good.
At the line for 2.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. Here's Matthews. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Pass to Smooth. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Mexico City shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness, getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
And Halliburton has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. To the middle. It's stolen. Now, here is James. White looking it over. Pass to Newton. That one drops for him. Newton's got 6. For Mexico City, they've gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Betray. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Got a hand on it. To the middle. Here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Now it's a 4-point Mexico City lead. The Pacers have gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far in the second. Here's Freeman. Collins defending. Just 5 on the clock. Freeman misses.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Collins a screen. Matthews passes to Smooth. Buries it from 3. Smooth's got 9 points in the quarter.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Now a timeout called by Indiana. George, he's checked in for Mexico City. Whitehead comes in for Matthews. Indiana making a switch here. Pacers trail by 7. Here's Freeman. He's got 10. Four on the clock to halt the run. Sinks the tray.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Pass to Smooth. Here's Whitehead. He's got 5. Here's Smooth. For 3. Another 3 from Mexico City.
Shutout from beyond the arc in the first quarter. He's now got 2 for the game.
Now Halliburton to the inside. Throws it up high. George with a steal. Here's Smooth. He's got 18. Pass to James. Down low. Oh, they pick off the pass. Here's Madsen. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Inside. It's stolen by Lively. Halliburton outside. There's a screen to the inside. Nice shot by Madsen. Now just a 3-point Mexico City lead.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Smooth pass to George. James deciding where to go with it. Here's Smooth. Impressive scoring stats with around 27 points a game. Collins, no good.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
Can't tie it up. That one misses.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. Mexico City shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. 41 seconds left in the first half. Now Halliburton. He's got 7. To the wing on the left. Lively inside. This one for 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Collins outside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And this is his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. And both free throws good for Collins. 7 seconds left in the second. Here's Madsen. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Mexico City ahead, up by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick...
And you know, for that matchup with the Suns, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the Indiana Pacers.
One thing that's...
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. Trailing by 5. They've got James, and it's Carr in at power forward. Over to the left wing. Pass to White. Jacks up a 3. Smooth grabs the miss. Smooth's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And for the Pacers, they've got Tyrese Halliburton, and it's White in at the 3. Here's Carr. The 3, James. He buries it from 3. James has got 6. Here's Halliburton. Pass to Freeman. Here's Newton. And here's Lively. Clock at 6. And they call an illegal screen here. All right, a chance to check out stats for him.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
Pass to Whitehead. Here's Betrayed. Oh, they get a hand on it. It's stolen by Lively. Out left to the wing. Here's Freeman. James with the block. To the left side wing. Here's Freeman. Check by James. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Oh, making it look easy. Halliburton.
At the perimeter, Halliburton has a lot of confidence. He's just about always ready to take that shot.
Pass to Whitehead. Here's Carr. Launches a 3. The rebound by Tyrese Halliburton. From the arc. Smooth grabs the miss. Smooth's got 6 rebounds in the game. They set the screen. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Newton. He's got 6. There's the triple. Freeman misses.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Pass to Smooth. Three-pointer. The Pacers pull it in. White's got 4 rebounds now. Halliburton outside. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And there's the lob. Nice catch and finish on the lob. And it's a 9-point Mexico City lead.
Now that's a textbook alley-oop.
I thought he'd go for the slam, but that worked. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Pass to Smooth. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. The 3. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let-up.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. He thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Now a timeout called by Mexico City. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You look at Mexico City. Here around the midway point, they've proven to be a top 3 team in their conference.
Right now for Mexico City, give them credit. I mean, they've been playing very well this season, but they can't afford to take their foot off the gas pedal right now. They know they have a bullseye on their backs.
Yeah, no one is taking them lightly. This is a team with everything you really need to make some noise in the playoffs.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And these are the best teams this season when it comes to converting points off turnovers.
And when you turn it over against these guys, they make you pay for it. They lead the league in points off turnovers.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. 11-point game. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. He's got 9.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
Here's Smooth. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Mexico City.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
Yeah, another thing you notice are all the assists. The ball just has energy, and everyone is getting involved.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Stan, you coach some lockdown defenses. But the way the game is officiated these days, is it getting too hard to defend?
Well, it's certainly frustrating. You've heard defenders saying everything is a foul. We might need to redefine incidental contact.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
In transition, here come the Pacers. Pass to Freeman. From outside the arc. Deflected. They retain possession. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. The Pacers again can't hit.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. Lets a floater go, and it's rejected.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Here's Whitehead. 5 points in the game. Knocked loose. From 20 feet. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Freeman's got 4 points this quarter. Now a timeout called by Mexico City.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Indiana making a switch here. Kessler's checked in. And here's Mexico City now. They've led by as many as 11. Pass to Smooth. Fires the 3. Goes back up. And the layup is good. Betray's got 12.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Here's Freeman. Collins defending. White with it. Here's Freeman. Shot clock at 5. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And finished off by Kessler.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Pass to Matthews. Here's Smooth. That's 29 for him. The three is up. Here's B-Train. Kessler with a rebound. Pacers trail by 7. Here's Freeman. 14 points for him. Puts up a 3 on target from range. Freeman's got 7 points for the quarter.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Smooth. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Mexico City making a switch here. James is checked in. The Pacers have gone 6 of 13 to open up this second half. Kessler, a screen on James. From behind the arc. Mexico City with a rebound.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Screen by James. Here's Smooth. He's got 32 points. Over to the left wing. Here's Collins. Indiana with a rebound. Kessler's got 5 rebounds in the game. The floater. And it's good on the lay-in. He's got 11.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Pass to Smooth. Lays it up and banks it in. Smooth's got 34.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Kessler, a screen on Collins. To the middle. And finished off by Kessler.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. Collins passes to B-Train. James outside. To the paint. Here's Smooth. Here's B-Train. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. B-Train's got 14 points for the game.
Yeah, when you make your mid-range shots, you force your opponents to adjust.
Well, look, he's got the length to get that shot off regardless of how the defense plays.
And the shot goes.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
James outside. Collins right side. Lets it go from 11. Off the left rim and out.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Pass to Freeman. A minute 20 left in the third quarter of the game. On the take. Collins defending to the left wing. Lets it go from deep. Kessler, no good. Mexico City leading by 5. James passes to Matthews. Collins outside. Down low. Pass to B-Train. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Counted from distance. And now it's just a 2-point Mexico City lead.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Here's B-Train. 14 points for him. Lets the 3 fly. Indiana making a switch here.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And for Indiana, they're shooting about 53% on the third, a very good number. 17 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Freeman. 17 points in the game for the lead. The shot no good. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Mexico City. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And it's Collins in at the three.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
Halliburton, the pass to Lively. Here's Newton. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Mexico City leading by 5. Here's Whitehead. Collins outside. Pass to Matthews. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Indiana making a switch here.
Substitution for Pacers. Number 13, JT Freeman.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And there's the screen. Here's Freeman. Clock at 4. Pulls up at the elbow. And Indiana misses again. Mexico City has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Collins left side. Takes the three. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Halliburton outside. Oh, the revenge triple from Halliburton.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Oh, a nice shot by Collins.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Counted.
A nice effort from Halliburton, working to get that point-blank shot.
Smooth. Pass to B-Train. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold, that's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Halliburton outside. Screen by Lively. Launches it. And Tyrese Halliburton with a three. Halliburton's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Well, he's making a concerted effort to use the three-point shot here in the second half. Only 1 in the first, 3 since the break.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
First one falls for him.
Number 34, taking 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by 7. Pass to Freeman. Here's Newton. 4-3. Mexico City with a rebound. B-Train's got 9 rebounds now.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Here's Matthews. Here's B-Train. Got a piece of it. Halliburton with the ball. Screen by Lively. The shot. Gets an open look and hits it. Halliburton's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
Whitehead passes to Smooth. Here's Matthews. Has to be Trey. With the runner. Kicks it out to Collins. Goes up again. And at last, they get one to fall.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Here's Freeman. Halliburton outside. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Inside. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And he's going for the lob. Here's Smooth, defended by Halliburton. Has to be Trey from deep. Out of bounds, it'll be Indiana's ball.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
Pacers trail by 7. Outside White. Now here's Halliburton. Back to White. Pass to Freeman. To the middle. The steal. Here's Smooth. To the paint. Here's B-Train. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And now it's a 9-point Mexico City lead.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Pass to Newton. To the inside. Halliburton. And the dunk by Halliburton.
And he has taken over this game. Halliburton looks like he's on cruise control at this point.
Here's Matthews. Collins outside. Off target with the 3.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Pass to Newton. Tries it from 16. Mexico City with a rebound. B-Train's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Smooth. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by White. White's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Out to the wing. Here's Freeman. Now here's Halliburton. Clock at 6. Pass to Freeman, and it's going to be a 3-second call. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Mexico City leading by 7. Here's Smooth. B-Train, pass to Collins. 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. Smooth shot is good. Smooth's got 44.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Now here's Halliburton, guarded closely. Screen by Lively. Here's Freeman. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. And it's Collins with the ball for Mexico City. Pass to Smooth. Here's Matthews. Beyond the arc. Collins, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Halliburton outside. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
It's stolen by Lively. White for 3. Smooth grabs the miss. Mexico City leading by 10. Matthews passes to Smooth. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Indiana's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. Timeout, Pacers.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I got a chance to hear what Indiana's head coach was saying to the team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen on, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Screen by Lively. Halliburton for 3. Mexico City with a rebound. Here's Whitehead. Drains the triple.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Pass to Newton. Here's Freeman. Inside. Newton, good.
Well, the defense wasn't really bothered by the screen, but he still managed to convert.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
Second team foul.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. And here are the Pacers now. It's a 13-point game. Outside for Halliburton. Pass to Newton. Here's Freeman. They set a pick. Shot clock at 6. Blocked! Here's Smooth. Here's Matthews. The 15-footer. Indiana with a rebound. Lively's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pass to White. Here's Freeman. 4-3. Knocks down the long J.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Pacers foul call. Newton. 3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Indiana's gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the 4th. Driving to the basket. Here's Newton. Mexico City with a rebound. And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, BA, you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over.
Pass to Whitehead. Here's Matthews. Just 4 to shoot. Wing shot on the way. The shot misses. Here's Freeman. Outside for Halliburton. Lets it go from deep.
Tyrese Halliburton.
So Mexico City wins it. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a